Hi everyone, Katie Wynkoop here. For those of you that don't know me, I am the Assistant Director of Music at Covenant Presbyterian Church. I am the organist and pianist, and I accompany the choir, and I direct the children's choir, among many other roles. I am creating this video for you today to hopefully help you and walk you through what you need to do to set up your video for our virtual choir. So you're going to need at least 2 devices. Currently, I am making this video on my laptop. So you could use a computer and then like a phone. You could use a computer and a tablet or an iPad. You could use a phone and an iPad. Any of those things would work fine. One of your devices is going to be used to create the video, like I'm doing at this moment, and your other device is going to be used for playing the recording in your ear. You're also going to need some headphones. They can be ones like this with, an earbud. They could be the ones that go over your ears. If you don't have any, don't feel like you have to spend a ton of money to get a pair. A cheap pair would work just fine for what we're doing. I've even seen some cheap pairs in like the Target dollar spot before. So don't feel like you have to go out and spend a bunch of money on those. If you are recording on a computer, right now I'm recording on a MacBook, an Apple product. So I'm using the QuickTime app to create this. If you're on a PC, you can just use the built-in camera. I believe you just can search in the bottom left-hand corner for camera and then use the built-in camera in your computer that way. If you're using a phone or a tablet or something like that, just use the built-in camera that is right in your phone. So just open up your camera on your phone or your tablet and make sure you're on video with the red record button, and you can just record from there. Make sure you also have a way to prop up your recording device. You can't see it right now, but my laptop is sitting on top of 3 board games and a small table. I'm actually sitting on the floor. You don't have to sit on the floor, but this is just where I have found that really works well for this kind of thing, so that's why I'm doing it. So you could use books, anything like that, to prop up your phone or your tablet or your computer. If you wanted to go and purchase some kind of tripod thing, you can, but don't feel like you have to. My board game setup here works just fine. So once you have a way of propping up your phone and or your recording device, and you really want to try to have something that's a bit higher, because if it's too low, it's kind of a weird angle. So it's better if it's more at eye level or a little bit higher than that, and you can angle it down. Don't hold your phone or whatever device you're using, because it will be very wobbly and it will be very hard to kind of see when Sherry goes to put everything together. You don't have to be very close to the camera either. Oh, that would be my dog, Izzy. She had to have her say in things. I'm just over an arm's length away from where my computer is. So don't feel like it has to be super close, but you also don't want it so far away either. So you can kind of play around with the distances there. If you read the directions, and if you haven't already read them, you should do that. Read the directions that Sherry sent out to you. She requests that your video is in portrait mode. Portrait mode would be if you're recording this direction. My video is not in portrait mode. My video is in landscape mode, which is this way, because that's the way the computer records. It's totally okay if your video is in landscape mode instead of portrait mode. Don't stress out over that. Sherry is able to crop it. It's a little more work for her, but she can do that. So if you need to record in landscape mode, then record in landscape mode. It's okay. Once you have figured out what 2 devices you're going to use, and you figured out some way to prop up the device, you need to find a good place to record. So you're going to want to try to find some kind of neutral background. This is a wall in my house, and it's neutral. There's nothing on it, and that's why I'm sitting on the floor. If I were to move up, there's a big framed picture on the wall, which would not create that neutral background anymore. If you can't find anything, it's not the end of the world. We still want you to submit your video anyway, so don't let that stop you from doing a video because you can't find some kind of neutral space in your home. You're also going to want to consider the lighting in the space that you have found. I am sitting in front of a big glass door out onto a patio, so it's natural lighting. The light in my room that I'm in is not on. I have no other lights on. This is just natural lighting. Natural lighting is usually the best, and if you can have the natural light coming towards your face and not from behind you, that's always better as well. Again, not the end of the world. You could use lamps or, the light in your room, but just something else to keep in mind, and it would create a better quality video. You're going to want to try to find a quiet room, of which mine clearly is not, thanks to my dog. You're going to want to try to find a quiet space that you can record, so there's not a lot of extra background noises or dog barking or those kinds of things that are happening. Again, not the end of the world, but we want to try to create the best video possible that we can. Now, one device is going to be used to create your video. Your other device is going to be used for your sound. So if I was going to use my computer like I am now to record my video, I might use, let's say, like my phone to listen to the recording. So this is where those headphones are going to come in. You're going to want to plug your headphones into whatever device you're using to listen to the recording. And then you're going to want to put just one earbud or side in, because that way you can still hear yourself singing, but then you can hear the recording in here. Then Sherry has sent out all the rehearsal tracks. So I'm an alto, so I would find the alto track that Allie has created, and I would pull that up on my phone because that's the device I've chosen to use for the recording, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to sing along. So all the video is recording is my singing, my voice. The video does not hear the recording. We do not want videos with the recording, so wouldn't want to just play on your phone without anything plugged in here and sing, because the video is going to pick up both the recording and then your voice. We just want the video to have your voice. Sherry will add the accompaniment after she has all of the other videos. So once you have finished making your video recording, or you've created a track that you're happy with, then you want to, before you hit that final stop button to stop recording, you're going to want to freeze at the end. Smile and look at the camera for just a couple of seconds. It feels very awkward. It feels like it's a very long time, but in terms of video editing, it is not. And it does make things a lot easier if Sherry has a couple extra seconds at the end that she can crop off. So let's do a quick little review. 2 devices. Find a good room with good lighting, a neutral backdrop that's quiet. You need your earbuds or your headphones. Set up one device to record. Use your other device to hear the rehearsal track. Press record. Sing along with the rehearsal track in your ear. Smile at the end for a couple seconds, and then stop recording. Sherry would like for you to send the videos to her. Her email was included in the instructions that you were sent. And if you can send them via Google Drive, that would be best. There's also instructions in the directions that she sent on how to do that. Don't get frustrated. Give yourself some grace through this whole process. It's a learning process for all of us. If you are frustrated or if you need help, please reach out and we will do our best to talk you through it every step of the way. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. I can't wait to see all of your faces in our virtual choir. Now, let's get singing.